Okay, good morning, folks. Good morning, trading maniacs. It's got a little something to do here first. All right. Well, all the hard work is done now. So today, today is Wednesday. We're hoping for a little more juice today in the market than we've had in the last couple of days. It's been a little on the quiet side the last few days. Um, but one thing that's really remarkable is we've had two timers, dirty, rotten two timers. Except in this case, two timers are good. Friday we had a two timer. I don't even remember what it was because once these things are done and I've made money, they just disappear out of my memory. Um, but I don't know. I really don't know what it was. Maybe, I don't know, PHIO maybe? I have no idea. It doesn't matter. But we had that one. We had one on Monday. We had one yesterday. Yesterday was DGLY was yesterday. Um, and the day before was like or no, that was yesterday. Yesterday was something. I keep thinking WWF. But but those were fun. Those are fun. You know, you watch, it hits the target number, you get in, you make your profit, you wait a little while, hits the target number again, you make some more profit, you wait a little while. Sometimes it hits it a third time. Haven't had any three timers yet. Actually, since the last couple of weeks. But I mean, they're actually all three. No, I'm sorry. Two out of three of those two timers did become three timers, but they were past the time of day where I would trade. And I like to try to keep my trading. Um, yeah, I like to try and keep my trading to like 9:30 to 9:31, or or maybe 9:32. If I really want to put in a long day. Now I'm just kidding. I like to try and I'd like to try to be done by 10 as much as possible. And here's why. At 9:30 to 10 o'clock, hands down, that is the most exciting 30 minutes of the day. Normally, sometimes you'll get stuff that'll pop and go explosive at some weird time in a day, like 1:15. But as a rule of thumb, all of the excitement and craziness happens at at 9:30 at the bell. Goes berserk to 10 o'clock because FOMO is everywhere from 9:30 to 10 o'clock. It should just be called the FOMO market. People say, "What are you going to do this morning?" Oh, I'm going to I'm going to do some FOMO. That's what I'm going to do. So it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. The action at 9:30 to 10 o'clock is insane, and I like to be out by 10, or done trading by 10, and then I stick around to 10:30 if something presents itself. Great. Now there are some cases where I'll be here till 11:30 because something is just that good, and it keeps feeding my account, and I'm not going to turn it away. So I'll stay here till 11:30. Then I need like a week off because that extra hour kills me. But now I'm up. I'll tell you though, I'm going. I'm clicking and analyzing and doing technical analysis, running scanners from 6 a.m. Work hard at this. We definitely work hard at this to try and get information that is going to be helpful to. And nobody has a crystal ball, but what you try to do is put yourself in the best possible spot you can. You can't expect perfection. You can't be like, oh, I got every single trade to the penny. I mean, sometimes you get them to the penny, but the idea is you try to put yourself in a good position, and by doing that, you reduce your risks. All right, because trading is risky. So if you just go in and go, I'm just going to trade this because it looks like it's doing good, well, you're probably more times than not going to lose. So, and each stock is a little different. Like, I'm very partial to pullback trading. I wait for it to pull back to a specified number that the technical analysis says it should pull back to, and then I like to get in. Sometimes that'll shorten my wins a little bit, but that's okay because they're all green. I mean, right now, if I'm green today, it'll be 17 green days in a row. 17. That's not bad. If I was going for home run hits, I definitely wouldn't be 17 in a row. That's for sure. Because the home runs, they'll just come. They'll come here all by themselves. They'll just knock on the door one day. Home runs here. Home runs here. Somebody order a home run here for delivery. So we're ready to go. And then you say, oh, okay, here we go. We'll buy you. And then you watch it become a home run. But you don't know which one's going to be the darling of the day. It's impossible to know that. Nobody knows that. But what you can do is put yourself in a position of potential. Does the stock have potential? Yes, it does. Does it make the most sense that this stock should be gotten into at a certain point, on a pullback, on a break of a number, at an area of confluence? These are things that you want to make sure that you know and you understand before you get in. All right. For instance, today we have on the list, we have SECO. Now, SECO, I'm not considering a pullback stock at the moment because it would have to pull back so far, and there's really no area of pullback that makes sense on this one. So, I mean, it's sitting around support at somewhere around like 393, 399, $4. It's at that support number there. This one would have to, because it is a bit. I mean, it's not monstrously extended. It's it's a bit. It's definitely a bit extended, but it's not so extended that it's just, impossible to trade. But um, but it definitely has some promise. It absolutely has some promise. And the high a day so far is 535 in the pre-market. I would want to see this break 535. I'd want to see that because I'd want to see strength on this, that it has the ability to get past there. And then, but it would have to break high a day with volume. Really important, got to have volume. And then the next stop for this one would be the 200-day moving average, which is 541. So that would be good. It's above the 50, which is real key. Still below the 200 though. So you'd have a high a day break at 535, 536. Next stop would be 541. Then your next resistance point would be 588. And then the next resistance point after that is 625. Now, if it actually broke 625, and then it's just like these incremental steps, all the way up. You're looking at like maybe 670, 675, $7. 730 is a big number if you're gonna get up that high. I mean, it's a big jump. I'd be surprised, but $7 is a monster number for this stock. I'm telling you, a monster number. Huge. It's a game-changing number. If this thing reaches $7, it might just like go completely out of control to a whole nother world. So that's that's the rundown on SECO. Like I say, normally I go with the pullback stocks, but this is a good one. There's no reason to go pull back on this one. So WISA, WISA, WISA. Okay, WISA is right now it is trading at 339, I believe that is. Yep, 339. I'm looking for a pullback, believe it or not, to 247, which is most of today's move. But again, when we're looking at these things, we are looking at the position that makes the most sense. And this makes the most sense, 247. Not just, currently in this one little spot. It goes back considerably. Let me see something here. Okay, so after all of the technical analysis this morning, that's what we got. Now, it is currently a hair under the 50. It did get above the 50, but now it's currently slightly under the 50 on a nice little pullback candle right there. So let's see what this one does, but it's got to hit 240. What did I say? 247. Very low float. we're going to need volume. Going to make sure that the volume is going to be there. So far, so good on volume. All right, but we'll see what happens when it opens up. And there's your magic number here-ish. 247. There's your line in the sand. Why do they keep saying 250? I need to like move this down a little bit. There we go. 247. Yeah. All right. So 247 is the number on that puppy right there. Let's see. I'm going to see what else we got here. Apps. Apps needs a pretty, I wouldn't say a monster pullback, but it definitely needs a pullback to the 750 range. That would help considerably. Let's see, we'll put a little line up in there, 750. All right. So that's the number we want to get to on apps. 750. That's the pullback number on that. And this one, absolutely look for volume, because what we have going here is this, and this is not. This is absolutely not good right here. Let's spread that out a little bit so you can really see for real what that is. Let's see, a little bit here and a little bit there. That's significant. That is significant. There's 95,000 here, and it ends at 4,500. And it's probably even lower than that, but I just stopped drawing the line there. See? Yeah, it is lower than that. A little bit. So, let's see if it'll let me draw the line further. I don't think so. It might. It might. It might. Oh, it did. Look at that. All right, so ends at 1,200. Not that it really matters that much for that. But anyway, my point is, look at this. Boom. Lost volume horribly. So this one's going to need to jump up the volume a little bit to get some action going. All right. So we've got some stuff going on today. We got 3 of them. And looking at the pre-market gap scanner, and in case anybody's wondering about huge, it's a little up there price-wise. It's $12 a share, which isn't horrible, but this thing is really, I mean, look at this. Look at this. This is crazy. It's just so extended. It's just nuts. It's nuts. Crazy, I tell you. Crazy. That's what we got. That's what we got. But we're looking at this chart down here. See? That is seriously extended. So that's a lot. That goes from $4.35 up to $12.88. That's insane. Be nice to get some of this, but I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be if it's going to really make sense to trade. I mean, it would have to pull back to somewhere around like $8.30, 8 something. Which, you know, hey, listen, it's possible. I just don't. I can't see this. I mean, a legit spot, like truly legit, like going specifically on technical analysis, not using any emotion at all, would be a pullback to 579, 580. We'll say 580. All right, that's gigantic. That's $7. That's $7 back. We'd have to retrace $7. And the move started at 435, so I'd have to retrace almost the whole move. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna throw that in there. We're gonna add that in just for kicks, just so nobody gets too crazy. Now, could this thing possibly fly? Yeah, it absolutely could fly. Is it something that I would want to see on my chart, trading it up here, up at $12 and $11? No. If it flies up to $25, okay, go ahead, have fun. Thank you very much. I could care less. Care less. I have been hammered and burned and beaten to death on doing that in my trading career. And that is one thing I will never, ever, ever do again, is chase like that. I just won't do it. Just never going to happen again. Not chasing. And ever since I stopped chasing, a number of years ago, I started making money. Started doing my homework. Started doing things the right way. We got a little bit of a latecomer here, but no volume at all. Too bad. That's a nice little move there, but there's nobody buying it. It's like not even 1,000. There we go. Yeah. Anyway, we can forget that one for now. Let's see. Seva Science Products update regarding phase 2 study of the dreaded PTI 125. Alrighty. Phase 2 study. Now phase 2B. Even more soft. That's very soft. Very, very soft. So, yeah, this thing, yeah, I'd want to see this thing come back a little bit from where it is. Yeah, probably about 208 I'd want to see on that before I'd consider getting into it. It's at 237 now. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. But I mean, if you want to just put it on a thumbnail somewhere and keep an eye on it, maybe put an alert up. Oh my goodness. It's the second time today I've dropped my mouse. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong here. How can it be that difficult? Anyway, it's a mouse. I've used a mouse for like 1,000 years, and I think I've dropped it. Never. Today I dropped it twice. Anyway, but this Seva has had some serious pops over the years. And drops. Boom! $8. Bam! To 230 something, $1.36. So that's anyway, so we've got personality, ISA, apps, and Seco. Okay, I'm going to lean a little bit on Seiko this morning, and I'm going to put my buy order at 535. See if we can break that. It's got to show me strength, though. Got to show strength. And I know it's a long way to go, 535, it really is. But I'm going to wait for it to get up in that range. If it does, and then we go with a little pullback action. the the circuit breaker number on this stock is 535. That's pretty cool. Let's see, apps. We're looking at apps to get to 750. We got down to 776. Let's see. Let's see if we got any juice here. Because I tell you, if this thing can break that 535, I honestly think there's an explosion waiting to happen. Yeah, it's losing a little steam here for the moment. It's a little pullback. It's okay. That's what we want. Too bad apps didn't get that extra 25 cents, man. Didn't quite trigger to the 750 number. Yeah, it's not over yet, though. Let's see what else we got. Man, huge, looking huge. Not really. It's not doing anything. I just wanted to. I was hoping it was going to go so I could say a whole bunch of huge jokes, but you wouldn't want to hear them anyway. Safa is starting to catch itself a little bit. It had a little pullback to open up. It's moving up a little. Seiko. Liza. Mine's getting ready to break high a day. If it does, yes, it did. Popped up. Got up to 345. The previous high was 340. And here we go in the other direction for now, for a moment. WISA. This WISA, this is the one we want to see get to 247. But we'll have to see. We got to see what's going on. Just kind of consolidating a little bit here. You know, between like 322 and 340 range. See what GSUM is doing. Nothing. Seiko making a move down now. Apps, we're looking for 750 on apps. We got to 775, but that didn't do any good for us at the moment. Got close, but since we're not throwing hand grenades, it doesn't count. Yeah. Seiko. This is why I wanted Seiko to show strength. I mean, you could have made some money on that first candle, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. I considered it, but I said, you know what? No, I'm not doing it. Because this candle here, right here, I know it had a nice entry up from the pre-market. It's 927. That's a solid candle. 928, solid candle. 929, pretty good candle. And I had a feeling it was going to go up, but I've seen this pattern before, and it can be followed by this same candle, except flipped over and red. So, you know, here it went, say, 4.25 to 460. That's like 35 cents. So it could have very easily, you know, gone 4.25 and dropped under $3. Then I'd be kicking myself because I chased. You don't chase. You just don't chase. You don't do it. It's not the right thing to do. Yeah. It's like if you know, you go out on a date with somebody and they're like, yeah, okay, it wasn't bad, didn't have a bad time, you know, maybe one of these days we'll do it again. And then you call them 700 times the following day. That's chasing. And what are the results usually when you do that? Now, unless you have another, you know, the person you're chasing is just as insane as you, the results are always bad. So, you never win. Never win in that situation. Seiko. Not doing anything. My goodness, we can't get into anything this morning. Why is it we needed 247? It got as low as 312. And it's now subsequently moved up to 373. Oh, that would have been a good one to get into. Goodness gracious. 312. truly no rhyme or reason for that one to go to that 312 number. Although if we take the dojis out of it, which a lot of times I do because they're just BS. 322. Yeah, okay. I could see that possibly, maybe, as that being a number. But apps, WISA, and Seiko. Apps, we're waiting for 750. I don't know. It's going to be a while before we see 750, I believe, because this one's above. Let's see. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at apps. Yep. Above VWAP. And climbing nicely right at the moment. So with some strong green candles there. Got a little pullback happening here. So, yeah. Not going to happen. Now, we're not out of the woods with Seiko yet, as far as, saying, okay, I give up on Seiko. I mean, it's only 9:41, and this has a ways to go. Actually, none of them. They're all still well within possibility range. I watch this stuff every day happen like this. Yeah, why is it picking up steam from that 320, 312 area, 322 area? 322 up to 385. So let's see what the VWAP surge has for us. Maybe there's something exciting here. Is this saying that they have filed for bankruptcy? This LTM. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have to get up above above 235 to be a player, but it is above VWAP right now. It's always a good sign. Let's see what else they put up here for us to look at. This one's been climbing for days. See this? Climbing for days. Little climb, little pull back, little climb, pull back, climb, tiny, tiny pull back, another climb. Yeah, see what some of this stuff looks like here. Yeah, no real legit spot that makes me feel warm and fuzzy about getting in this one. And Genius, how's the Genius doing? It wasn't doing too good before. Now it's moving. Yeah, it's moving nicely. Market itself overall is doing pretty well today. That's a plus. That's a plus for everybody. Yeah, don't forget to like this, please. If you like it, please don't forget to like it. It's important. The more likes we get, the more content we can bring you. Yeah, I get it. Today sucks. It's a slow day. It's a slow day. None of the picks are happening yet. But yeah, you know what? Give it a minute. Give it a little time. Wow, we just got a whole group that just jumped into the VWAP surge, and the ones surging need attention. Let's take a look. I want to see what this does when it gets down here around this $1.17 mark. If it does a little skip off, this is TT00. TTOO. I was going to say TT00. Oh, yeah. A little slow moving now. Plenty of volume, which is good. good news for this is the 200 moving average is just a step or two away from this thing. The 200 is at $1.29. We'll say $1.30. It's not that far off. If this, you got a high day at $1.24, which I believe, yeah, that includes the pre-market. So a high day of $1.24, and you've got the 200 moving average at $1.30. So if this thing drops back comfortably to around $1.17, $1.18, I'd say $1.18. Yeah, $1.18. You get $1.18. Potentially, if it breaks $1.24, it could go to $1.30. See what else? Our good old Chinese coffee place. Yeah, making a little pullback, but I'm not trusting this. I'm not even going to look at it. You never know. No, never know. Never know what's going to happen. So we'll stay away from that. Let's see what we got here. 340, 304. Volume is there. Really nothing here that excites me at all. On this one. Why is that? That looks familiar. And I hold to my guns. I'm going to wait for this 247 number if it gets there in time. We're closing in on 10 o'clock. You know, some days, honest to God, you sit on your hands, you're a lot better off. Really are. A lot better off. That one save I talked about this morning, SAVA, just as an afterthought. 230 to 260 it's gone, or 225 to 260. It's allergy season, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Knock. God, I hate this stock. It screwed me once a long time ago. I was in it on a swing trade, and some kind of really bad info came out about it. As you could see right around here in October, that's where I was. I forget what the info was, but it went from 520 and dropped pretty much overnight from 520-ish, or 13, all the way down to 406. Woke up, boom. Well, there you go. So I stay away from knock. I just, just one of those things. Who knows? I might trade it again someday. Let's see, 446. Cody. 446. Yeah, it's got. A lot of shares. It looks like it's got a lot of shares. Let's take a look and see. Cody. Yeah, we had 282 million shares on that. Too many. Just too many. I gotta check this TTTL here and see. Which has now hit $1.18. For jumping in there. Oh God, that's got 112 million shares. It's just way too many. Way too many. That's why it's maneuvering like a jumbo jet or like a cruise liner. Where you want to turn, you got to start your turn like a mile away because it just lumbers. Well, that's what happens when you get really, really, really high amount of shares. Let's see here. What do we got? We got some possibility here. I don't know. Let's see. Here we go. Here. This one broke the pre-market number. This is EVFM. But it's extended up there a bit. I have to wait for a pullback on this thing. Let's see. EVFM. Let's see what we got exact float wise on this one. Yeah, 61 million. That's still a lot too. That's a lot. Definitely a lot. But it's not trading too badly. It's moving a little better than some of the bigger float ones. Let's see what Ford has to do. Too extended. Although it has broken through that support resistance number at around $596 in that ballpark. It definitely has broken that number. see a little pullback here. See what's VWAP at 601. This is up at 608. Now this has 27 gajillion shares, if I'm not mistaken. Like an endless amount of shares. Let's see. Yeah, 3.9 billion. There got to be a lot of action going on with this to make it move. I mean, we went from $6 here at 9:43, and we're at 10 o'clock. So it's 17 minutes it took for it to go from $6 to 608. 8 cents in 17 minutes. So that one's a little sleepy. Hey, it might make a nice move today, but I certainly don't want to sit here babysitting it all day, that's for sure. $227 was pre-market high on this one. If this one can, let's see. Yeah. If this one can break 238, it has a shot at doing something. Let's see float-wise what we're dealing with here. 291 million. Yeah. I don't think so. Yeah, it would have to break that. Let's see. Let's get a real accurate number. Yeah, I'd say 235 would be a safe spot. Stopped is 230 on a regular basis here. Now let's see, it went from $2 at 9:37 up to 230 by 9:55. Okay, that's reasonable. It's 20 minutes. 20 minutes and 30 cents. And that's a reasonable increase. It's nice though. This one opened up at $1.82. Worked its way all the way up to 230. But that's a key area right there, that 230. It's got to break 230, then it's got to get over 235. If it gets over 235, it can get up to like maybe possibly 281-ish. Yeah, like maybe 280, 271, 281, and you got the 50 moving average at 285. You don't have the 200 until like $7.76, so that's a ways off. Take a shot over 230 on this one. 231. Let's see what happens. It's got to break it though. Definitely has to break it. And 235 and 280 something. Whatever that was. 283. slow mover. Slow mover LTM is at the moment. Getting into pullback territory here. This could be developing a support number of around 220. So let's change our buy price to 220. See what happens there. Looking to get in this at 220, and hopefully it'll make a little pop up. Hey, listen, if it gets back up to 230, why not? I'm happy. Put something on the boards today. If it doesn't reach my number, I am certainly not going to chase it, that's for sure. No chasing. No chasing. This is a no chasing zone. Not allowed. Let's see, anything near where we wanted it to be. APPS. Nope. Not close to triggering. WISA. Not close to triggering. SECO. Really not close to triggering. I think SECO we can take off the board for now. That one's way out of whack. WISA still has possibilities, and APPS, well, you know, definitely has possibilities still. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Market's still doing good this morning. I mean, it's not out of control, explosive or anything, but it's just, you know, solid moving, solidly moving up. Yeah, see? Not bad. Not bad at all. And a high up here in the SPY, this is 307. Okay, let's see. And this one at 220 LTM. Let's go back to LTM. Let's see what happens. This is just taking a shot on this one, so we're going to see what happens. Going to have a tight leash on this one because there's so many shares. If it drops down too far, then it's just like bail time, like in a heartbeat, because to get it to turn back around would be very difficult. Okay, first stop, 223. Actually, 224. The excitement's killing me. Oh, here we go. There we go. All right, so we're just looking to crack that 224 number. That would be dandy. Floating around, trying to make up its mind. But yeah, the SPY, moving up nicely, pretty controlled. Probably driving TVIX down into the ground. Yeah, TVIX. Oof. They've lost from yesterday $6-7 a share. They were as high as 146 yesterday. Now they're trading at 130, $16. That's okay, because the lower that gets, the better off. That means the market's going up. And then when the market decides to take another dump somewhere along the way, TVX is nice and cheap, so you can buy a whole bunch of shares and make a whole bunch of money. So it all works out. You just got to be patient. Kind of like, I don't know if anybody ever had a cat. I mean, yes, I know other people have had a cat, but people that are listening, if you had a cat. If you ever had a cat and the cat saw like a bug on a wall or a little speck of light, maybe a car goes by and it does a little reflection across the wall, or a bug is on the wall, it moves, like one little movement, and the cat sees it and stares at it. I swear to God, man, it seems like a cat could sit there and stare at that thing, the light that was there and it's not anymore. It's just waiting for it to come back, or the bug for it to make another move, for hours. Just sit there for hours with such patience. It's incredibly impressive that they can do that. So I've always said a cat would make a great stock trader because they have such patience. They'll just sit and wait like a statue. It's just amazing. Weird analogy, I know. But in my twisted mental case brain, I actually see a cat sitting with 7 or 8 monitors and just staring at all of them, waiting for the move, waiting for the big move. Yes, I do. I think that. Yep. Well, I did say it likes this number as its support, and it is liking it for now. Now let's see if I jinxed it by saying that. But I want an upward jinx, though. Upward jinx really works well for me. So don't forget, if you're watching this video, we need you to like us or thumbs up or whatever it is on YouTube. There's so many different platforms. I just forget what you do on each one until I'm looking at it. And then I go, oh yeah. A like, thumbs up, happy, smiley, heart, whatever. So. This thing looks like it actually wants to make a little pop up, this LTM. I don't know, maybe. Maybe. Buyers are pushing it up. And buyers are definitely pushing it up. Let's see if it continues. Can't really tell at this point because there's so many shares, my God. WISA crawling down into the gutter where we want it to be. I'm going to put that up on my other thumbnail here and keep an eye on it. And then we want WISA to get to 247. It is now at 318. Yeah, this is like watching paint dry on this LTM. I could bail out now for a 2-cent profit. Oh. Yeah, volume is decreasing. Yeah, it's just the price. But yeah, the volume is definitely decreasing here. Got to keep an eye on that. We may be jumping out of this one. Just might happen. We'll see what it does. If it gets below 215, it's got to go. Yep. Yeah, I won't trust it if it breaks VWAP. This is just, like I said, it's just too many shares for this thing to, make a quick turnaround. I'm already working overtime today. That sucks. Definitely sucks. Sneaking back up. We're getting a little range bound here on this LTM. It looks like. Let's hope that stops soon enough. Hmm. So huge is up and running. Huge. Huge. Pretty shitty analysts were talking about this one being in a 7-something range. It opened 10 o'clock at 14. Circuit breaker going down. Opened another time, next time at like around 12. Circuit breaker going down. Then it opened at 9:50, and it's gotten up as high as 10:45. So it's that little quick, nice little move there, but really sporadic. 2 circuit breakers going down. That's scary. That's real scary. Generally, that's telling us the path to follow today. But you know what? It could just be sorting it out a little bit. Getting to what a realistic number is, or it might pick up and get rocking and rolling. Who knows? So huge. Could end up huge. Stop it. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm doing these terrible jokes. Now, 917 on this one is basically like it's a support number. So, might be a safe spot. Definitely might be a safe spot, 917, but I don't know. This one just is not enough info to feel warm and fuzzy. Well, this LTM wins Boring Stock of the Week award. I'm going to be giving that out for a recipient here. It gets to a point where you say, okay, I don't mind losing a couple of bucks if you'll just do something. But, my goodness, look at this. Yeah. But we gotta be careful here because we had a low here and then we had a lower low here. However, just recently, we had this green, higher green, slightly higher green, and another higher green. So maybe we get lucky, but this candle's not done yet. This last one, it's not finished yet. It's got another 20 seconds to go. Oh, it heard me talking about it. That's a real area of indecision right there. Holy moly. Right back to the mean, reverted back to the mean at 220. Yeah, from here to here. I'm sorry. To here, to here, 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 here. 220. What a magic number. A magic number for this one, I say. Now notice, almost never is this stuff like perfect. Almost never. You know, you get some dojis, you get some bouncing around, you got some of this, some of that, you know. So take that into consideration. Yeah, got a little bit of action going on here. Making a whole 4 cents. Whole 4-cent move. Uh-oh. We're up to a nickel. We're cranking it now. We're cranking it. So this is a good thing. It's definitely a good thing. Right. So we're looking for this thing to pop to 230. Close. We got to 228. Got to 228 on this candle. Looking to get 230. Don't know if we're gonna, but we're gonna try. Gonna try and get there. So you got a little pullback going here. We'll see what happens. I was loving that 220 line though, wasn't it? That pullback's real strong right there. That's as far as we want that to go. And don't forget, these scanners run pretty much all day. All of these scanners over here, you got your pre-market gap scanners. That's what we use to scan for stocks in the pre-market and narrow down that monstrous group of them to about 20, then narrow that down a little more with technical analysis till we come up with somewhere between 1 and 5, 1 and 6 stocks to put out for the day. And then you got your VWAP surge. VWAP surge, and a lot of times you can find some good things in there because you're catching them just as they're starting to move. And this here is swing trade ideas, a 50-day moving, and then surging attention getters on the bottom. Don't generally get a lot of those, but when we do, a lot of times they have a lot in their tank. So don't be afraid to use these scanners. Don't forget to thumbs up this video if you're here. Thumbs up, very important. I'm gonna keep bringing you content, good content. Well, we have, let's see. Let's do a little artwork here. Yeah, we're looking good there. Not bad. And then if we take this and whoops, don't want to do that. And then we move it here in the more recent history. And then we are going to do this. Let's see if we continue to move up in this area of confluence right here. I like that. When I draw the descending line and the equity breaks right through it, that makes me happy. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here. This one's a little tough. It's a little slow moving. Got a lot of shares. High float. Extremely high float. So you turn this thing, which I like to say like you're driving like you're driving a cruise ship. You know, as opposed to like one of those, what are they called, cigarette boats or something they're called? Those crazy speedboats. I don't know a lot about them, but you watch them making turns on a dime. Well, this is like driving a cruise ship. You say, oh, I got to make a left a mile away. I better start now. Well, when you have this high of a float, that's what happens. It's just real slow mover, but it looked good. And so far, let's see, we got started on this at, we got started on this at 10:08, which was right here at 2:20. How did that happen? Got in at 2:20 at 10:08. Yet the chart is showing. Is that right? Am I not seeing? Oh, no, sorry. At 10:11, got in at 2:20. Moved up, almost stumped it here. Held on. I was going to wait another 2 cents down at 2:15. That's VWAP. It's going to get rid of it if it had VWAP. And then it consolidated here, made a move up, came back down, but still crawling up at the speed of backwards. So we'll see what happens. It's that cruise ship saying, "Oh, got to make a left turn a mile away. I better start now." I'm gonna start here at 10:11. 10:11. Let me start making my left now, so I can get somewhere up here. Hopefully, I don't know. Let's see. 10:24 is there. It's like a penny. Good Lord. Very slow mover. Funny today, not one stock that was on the watch list. First time this has ever happened since we've been out here doing this. Not one of them triggered. It was a weird morning to begin with. Doing the whoops, and a little oopsie right there. But it was a weird morning to begin with, trying to find stuff that was gonna be good to trade. I was hoping something would surprise us a little bit, but yeah, no good. But yeah, none of them have tripped. Not one is triggered yet. SECO doesn't have a prayer. WISA, that one still has hope. We want that one to trigger at 247. It's at $3. And APPS, we're looking at that one to trigger at 750, and that's still at 834. So I'm not holding out any hope for that. The WISA just got under $3, so that's a plus. So we get to that 250-ish, 247, 250 range on WISA. I'm definitely going to throw my hat in the ring with that one. But it's got to get here soon. Because, 11:30 and my day traders union rep is going to be calling me going, "What are you doing? Why are you working so long? You're making the rest of us look bad." So I can't have that. But WISA, yeah, it's still in the cards. It still has a ways to go to get to the trigger number, that's for sure. 247 is the trigger number on it. Now, when I say trigger number means that is where you're going to want to get into the stock. If you're following any of this. But if it doesn't fit into your plan, if you don't feel comfortable, then don't do it. But if you feel that's a valid number and a safe place to get in, then you get in. But the trigger number, that's when I call that out, that's what that means. And sometimes it can, you can be going down on a red candle and that trigger number hits. It takes a pretty big set to buy in on a stock that's on its way down. So, you definitely gotta, you just have to take a lot of stuff you've learned over the years and throw it out the window. You really do. Because it took me a while. It took me a while to really perfect this whole trading system that I have. I mean, it goes against, most of the time, it goes against the grain of anything normal. Normal, most of the time people are waiting to see strength and power, and the stock is flying and it's breaking a high a day. And don't get me wrong, I do recommend high a day, break a high a day stocks too, but I find the ones that are almost guaranteed money makers. Oh, we got another another hard red candle coming on this one. But the ones I find to be almost guaranteed money makers are the ones that I talk about triggering later on. In the day that are sometimes going down. Sometimes they're going down, and it's so difficult to start doing. But once you start doing it, you just become addicted to it, man, because you start seeing green all the time. And for instance, all right, here, like sometimes the trigger number is a trigger number that might happen once, twice, 3 times in the morning on one stock. Yesterday we had which one? Yeah, WWR. We had a number 360 trigger number. Triggered at 360 and then went up to, and I'm guessing a little bit here, so don't take me to task. But this one's following that descending line pretty hard, isn't it? 215. That's goodbye time on this one for me. Yeah, and there we go. Party's over, ladies and gentlemen, for LTM. That was a small share size, and I'm not that upset about it, to be honest with you. I'm never upset about any of them, to tell you the truth. Let's see here. But yeah, so yesterday WWR, it triggered at 360 and then went up to 395, I believe, right? So you sell somewhere up around there, 390, 395. It's 35 cents of a move, which is a really nice move. And then, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes later, it came back down, got under the 360, meandered around like 350, 340, whatever. What does it do? It creeps back up, hits it again. And hits it again and goes up to I'm pretty sure it's 380. So there's 20 there and 35 there. It's 55 cents of a move. 2 triggers. 1 stock. Love it. So, that's the kind of stuff that happens. Sorry, I didn't have that clearly right there, that screen. But I like those. Those are my favorites. The double trigger is awesome. Definitely awesome. Look at this thing grabbing. It's grabbing back to that 220 line again. Please, 220, I want to be your friend. It's like a magnet. Hey, look at this. Look at this on the 220 line. Here, 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 here. Here, 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 here. Here and here and oh, I'm sorry. Here, 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 here. here, and here. It's remarkable. Well, the good news is when I tried to get out down here, somewhere around 213 or so, I didn't get bought or sold. I didn't get sold. So I'm actually still holding these. So that's a good thing. That's definitely a good thing. But I think I got to get out of this mess because it's boring. It's really boring. Definitely not the way I like to trade. Where is the excitement? Well, they did flush it, and the shorts took some money, so I don't know. So it's made a little run up from 220 to 228, and from 220 to 211. Almost like an equal distance move between the top and the bottom. With the mean being, you got it, 220. And there it is. It has arrived yet again at 220. It's amazing with this one. Yeah, well. Just hanging out at the 220 number. Well, the good news is by this afternoon, I will have completely forgotten about this stock because it's such a non-event. Oh my God. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, this is really getting to the boredom point for me. Kind of like watching paint dry right here. So, today, so far, and it's going to be over soon. Um, we actually went 0 for 0 today. No wins, no losses, no nothing. So nothing triggered. Nothing triggered. God, I hate a day like that. Drives me crazy. Do all that work from 6 a.m. in the morning. Everything looks like it makes sense. And then nothing triggers. Yeah, well. Well, it's time to say goodbye to this one. Pretty sure. Looks that way. Yeah. You know, every time I say that, it gets under view out. Well, it's time to sell it, and then it goes boop, pops up above view out. Like every time. I really don't think it's going to go anywhere though. So, just to let everybody know, a couple of swing trades that I'm in right now is XLE, that's oil. That's made a significant move over the last couple of weeks. So that's been a that's been a home run, and there's room to still keep moving. So XLE is a nice one, and RGS has made a nice move in the last I don't know, week or so, maybe 2 weeks, whatever. I don't know. I lose track. But RGS is Regency Corporation, I think it's called, and they are a company that owns 12 or 14,000 hair salons in the U.S. and a couple other countries. And the number two thing people say they want to do when they get out of lockdown is to when they get out of lockdown is get a haircut. They want to go get their haircut, get it dyed, whatever. They just want to take care of their hair. And this company was doing pretty good before this whole mess happened. So I bought into that as well. Yeah, RGS. And right now it's at a really good area as far as I can tell, as far as technical analysis goes. It's at a very strong area of confluence. So it's something I would look at if you want to do a swing trade. I mean, obviously, do what you want. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. Whoops, that's not it. I don't know what that is. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. There it is, right there. Bang, bang, bang. The Wilders, the descending line, the ascending line. It's over the 50. It's under the 200. It's in a really nice spot, and the 50 is trending up. That's key. That's a key thing to look at. The 50 is trending up. So that we wanna look at always. because that generally means green. 50 trending up means green. So, oh, look at that. Look at that. What's going on with LTM? You dog. Anyway, but this is the area of confluence right here. And you can see where it is. It's in this area of confluence. It's making a move above. Okay? That is important. It's very important. And it's a nice looking candle on there. So, yep. So that's that. I just want to let you know about that one. It's something that I think can definitely. I feel it could definitely make a lot of money. Yep. See, it's got that doji at the bottom. It's got the tail, and here that means the buyers are pushing it up. Buyers are pushing it up. So it's trading now at what, 10.59 and $10.59 a share, and it is what we want to do. We want to see it break this 10.69 right here. That's the next step, and then so on and so forth. See, just recently it's been up as high as 11.66. So, you know, look at this here. This is let's shrink some of this up a little bit. Look at this in April, 12.97. All right, and a little bit of a $13.12 in May. So this thing has some room. Definitely has some room. And if you go back here, let's see, I forget exactly where that was. Yeah, here we go. A high of 23.70. 23.70. But it settles somewhere in that like $14, $15 range as like an average true range, I'd say, in that ballpark. There, 14.75, 200 moving average. Okay, thank you very much. So it's in that area, 14.75. And that is, let me see something. Yeah. Yep, 14.75. So what I'm doing is I'm looking to hold this swing trade, hopefully, till it peaks that 14.50 area, 14.75. If it breaks 14.75, you can be sure I'm going to be holding on to it, because here, let's see, 14.75 is right around here. That's a support area right there. If it can break support, then get up to the next support level, which is 16.12. That's not bad. So you just got to keep moving, just readjusting your sights along the way. But I mean, it's definitely a good absolutely I think a good one to be in, because they're by accident they're going to have to make a lot of money. People are going to be like waiting, wrapped around lines, wrapped around the block to get their haircut. So that's one of my favorites right there. So there's that, and then we have XLE, which XLE is doing just fine, as you can see. And we got the low of 22.88, and it's moving them very, very nicely. And we'll throw some trend lines in here and try to hit as many candles as you can on the way up. When you're drawing a trend line, it makes sense, because not everything is perfect to the penny, as we've said a million times before. So it's a nice trend line. It's moving up very nicely. Oops. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. That right there is money. Absolute money. And this is nice here. This is where it started getting killed in March. There was that massive oil glut right here. Well, it's broken back over that. That was a key. That's a key number, 40.04, I think that is, or 30. No, $40. It was $40, and now it's trading at 41.20. So it has broken that nicely, significantly. As you can see, let's see here. Yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles in a row that are above that gap number. This right here. This spot right here. This is where it lost 41 to 39 all the way down to 36. It was a big drop. Well, this gap has been closed and sealed, and now it's looking to move up to 41.90, 42, $42 range. So, and then, I don't know, let's see, let's look further into the future. Yeah, and it's got to climb. It's definitely got to climb. If it can break through this part right here at 47.69, then we can literally explode up to 54.80. So I like this one. Absolutely like this one. Look at that trend line. Up, 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 up. It just keeps going up. The 50 is moving in an upward direction. It's awesome. It's awesome. Love when a plan comes together. And that came out of a collaborative effort here at Trading Logic. It was a group effort. Okay, I just need to do something here. Got to check some stuff. Just checking things.